Hi, I'm Susie Egan from Cottage Lake Gardens, and this is another one of our videos in the unique and unusual plants that grow well in the Pacific Northwest. And today I'm excited to show you the coolest, it's actually native wildflower called the Erythronium revolutum. And you can see we've got a number of him growing here on our Trillium Trail. And the botanical name, the genus name Erythronium, comes from the ancient Greek word erythros, meaning red, because they consider this red, but it's not really red, it's pink. The flower is reddish color. And then the revolutum stands for recurved because the flower petals recurve back. So that's how it got its botanical name. So these are native to the west coast of the Pacific Northwest, all the way from British Columbia down to Northern California. And the plant itself, it's a wildflower. It's actually somewhat threatened and endangered in those areas from collection. I've grown all of these from seed, and it took about 3 to 4 to 5 years for them to get to the flowering stage. And the plant itself each plant has two strapped leaves on it. Let me see, here's a good example right here, two strapped leaves. And they're green, mottled green, beautiful mottling. On some of them, if you look closely, this one's got incredible mottling on it right here. And it'll usually have a single stalk and sometimes one or two flowers. And the flowers, these are from the lily families, Liliaceae families, so they look like little pink lilies. And I always call them uh, fairy lanterns because they light the way for the elusive little fairies, garden fairies. But there are several common names for them. There's the trout lily, the fawn lily. They call it trout lily because it looks like the fur or not the fur, the skin on a rainbow trout. They call them a fawn lily because it looks like the fur on a fawn. And they call them avalanche lilies because they often come up just as the snow's melting in the avalanche areas, glacial areas. And they call them dogtooth violet because the corm, the root, is the shape of a canine tooth. So, but anyway, so they are a wonderful plant to grow in your garden. They like moisture, and they bloom from March, April, maybe into May. And they take a while to get established, but they're well worth it. And I got my seeds, and you could too, from the Dunn Garden. It's actually the signature plant of the Dunn Garden, and they sell seeds. You can go online or contact them and buy the seeds. They'll even mail them to you, and you can just sprinkle them out and have them grow, and they're just enchanting.